So, we just got spawn camped in Arc Raiders. Is it your fault? Now, I don't like doing these types of videos that are just raw gameplay or just me talking. My channel is supposed to be more about mixing skits and stories with gameplay, but I've seen some pretty interesting things on Reddit where I posted this video of me getting spawn camped. So I feel this video is important enough for me to make an exception on. Now before I start, I do want to emphasize that the vast majority of people on Reddit were not a fan of the spawn camping, and they thought it was pretty shitty. However, I did see a pretty sizable minority implying that it was my fault. That I should have used my ears, played slower, and not ran out the entrance like a goof. So, I decided to do an experiment. Using myself as a test subject, I wanted to see what would happen if I did decide to use my ears, and I was fully aware that the mines were at the entrance before I made myself known to the camper. What were my options? Could I have just shot the mines and got away scot-free? Maybe I could have just outran the mines he placed. Well, let's find out. First thing I tested was how far away he actually was. I complained in the post that the game spawned me right next to the dude. Some people took a problem with that and said that he wasn't right next to me, but a few hundred meters away from the spawn. So I wanted to see how far he was from both the spawn and the spawn's exit itself, because that's the only exit I have from this spawn location. So you can see here, he's about 65 to 66-ish meters from the entrance and 110-ish meters from the actual spawn. Now, I don't know about you, but in a map that's almost 1,000 meters across, that's, let's see here, about 3,000 meters in circumference. That's the entire edge of the map. I mean, approximately, it's not perfect circles. It could be a couple hundred more or less, but I feel like someone standing 65 meters away justifies saying that they are right next to me. At least in a relative sense, yes? Okay? Me bitching finished, let's move on to the actual testing with the mines.
Do me a favor, play anything, because I can't stand listening to you. You sound like a douchebag.
What if I had stopped and tried to shoot the mines at the entrance? Well, here's what happens. So to start off, I try to place these mines, okay, and I know the trigger nades, I'm just gonna call them mines, keep it simple. I try to place them as close to the same spot as the guy from the spawn camping video. The goal of this test is to put myself in a position where I'm high enough that I can shoot the mines, but far enough back to get the least amount of damage possible, with the target being no damage taken. So, I aim for the tippy top of the mine, and when I shoot it, nothing happens. I even lit the center of it up, and nothing happened. So, I just went ahead and manually triggered it, and it, of course, ended up hurting me. I assumed that meant you couldn't shoot your own mines, but no. If I can shoot it.
Maybe you can shoot it?
Yeah, let's see. Oh.
Oh, goddamn, that worked.
No, did you shoot it?
Yeah, I shot it.
Oh, what the fuck? As you can see here, this nice gentleman that I met in Buried City helped me with the experiment and showed that you can shoot your own mines. Well, shit, okay. I guess that means I just have to shoot even lower then, which means I have to get even closer to the mine than I already was. And yep, sure enough, I get hurt. Even more. Make that 2 mines with the proper placement, and I'm down. And trust me when I say there's definitely proper placement. I'm not going to show it in this video so people don't get any bright ideas, but you can definitely put the mines in a place where it's impossible to shoot them without fully exposing yourself to both the camper and the blast. It's actually disgusting. Something I will show in the video, because I think it's important to note, is that distance does play a role in the damage you receive. So depending on how far the mine is from you, you might not get completely ass blasted. Either way, you're going to be in a much larger disadvantage than the other fella who is full health and could be hiding anywhere. Which I almost forgot to mention about the camper in this experiment, is that they have no issue looking into the tunnel itself. Meanwhile, as I'm heading up, my eyeballs are being assaulted like I'm staring into the high beams of some douche barreling my direction.
Oh God, you sound so stupid. I hate to talk to you. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, why did you call me? I didn't call you.
I saw some people suggest that if I had grenades, I maybe could have thrown them at the mines to blow them up. And in my inventory, you can see here, I did actually have heavy fuse grenades on me, so could I have thrown that at the mines to blow it up safely? I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, you could shoot the mine, why wouldn't you be able to blow it up with a grenade? As you can see here, I threw one, and I fucking suck, because I bounced it, and it rolled down the hill, and the mine didn't go off. Now, just to be safe, I went ahead and threw another one right at the foot of the mine itself. Again, it didn't go off. Now, it could just be that it's not going off because I'm throwing a grenade at my own mine, and the game doesn't want to allow that so you don't, grief your own teammate or something. So I wanted to see if that changed if I threw it at an enemy mine. Really?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Interesting. Well, but if the doubt, what if it's just because light impact grenades are too weak to trigger it? maybe the heavy fuse grenade that I had on me at the time in my inventory was actually strong enough to set it off. Interesting. As you can see here, I'm tossing these right onto the mine itself, and nothing. Not a single grenade is setting this mine off. So yeah, grenades just don't work, so don't even bother.
Play something already!
Why won't you answer my...
I can't stand it!
Now, maybe an unpopular decision, since it might come off as me spreading the word of the camp location, but I figured I couldn't do it on my own. I need the reaction time and latency of another player to make this test more accurate. So, I recruited a random I found in Raid who was willing to help me out.
Hold up. Wait. What do you want me to do?
I told the guy to blow the mine up the second he sees me come out of the entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't make it. I actually got brutalized there, even with the sprinting dodge roll. Now, even though I did get hurt, I still can't say that in my situation, I would have been downed. Why?
Oh no, I clicked the wrong button! I'm pissed that I fucked up the buttons.
That's why. The guy fucked up the only thing he had to do, the button press. So, who knows? Maybe I could have dodged it, or maybe it would have hit me, but not downed me. I mean, if I get hit, the guy's got an easy line of sight on me, so I'm kind of screwed even if I survive that initial blast, but you never know. Maybe I would have had a fighting chance. So for argument's sake, I'll say the experiment is inconclusive, but I think it shows that if the camper is paying attention and not somehow fucking up the only button he has to press while watching you, bare minimum, you're gonna get hit. Now, I didn't test this, but I saw people say that you could use smokes during it past, and I agree actually. I think that if you have smokes, I think they're a solid counter to the camp. Because what it does is it turns it into more of a mind game, right? Where the camper has to guess whether you're going to sprint through the smoke or if you're going to hide behind it, and it gives you a way better chance of surviving. The problem is I didn't have any smokes on me. If you happen to have them, then great. I think it's a solid counter, but I didn't have those on me. So, after all my testing, I found that if I shoot the mine, I get hurt. If I sprint past the mine and the camper isn't incompetent, I get hurt. Grenades straight up don't work, and I didn't have any smokes on me. So, what could I have done? What could you do if you're in my situation? Well, I came up with 3 different ideas that I think could be done to counter this if you're in my situation. Firstly, I could have played chicken with the mines. I did a baby test with this on myself, and if you dodge correctly and are able to bait the camper, you can actually survive with no damage to yourself. Second, you can hide and wait till the camper gets bored or realizes that no one else is going to spawn in the tunnel and goes to pick up his mines. Then, you either pop the idiot when his guard's down, or just let him go about his day. Now that is going to involve you having to wait in your own spawn until at least the 15-minute mark, at least in my scenario. So if you had any plans to do something like questing or looting, yeah, say goodbye to those until the camper gets bored. Third option, you find a nice hidden area in the tunnel where the idiot will never find you. A place where if you died, nobody would ever find your loot, and you quit the game, so you don't waste more time on some bullshit that shouldn't be in the game in the first place. I'll be honest, I don't think any of those ideas sound very appealing, and there's a common theme as to why. That's player agency. The person getting camped has no ability to safely remove the mines, no ability to get around the mines, no ability to ambush the camper or even check if there's a camper in their area. You have no control over whether or not you get hurt, and your only counterplay is to hope that the camper themselves is incompetent enough to screw up the only thing they have to do, which is hit one button to kill you. Now, as much as I'd like to rant about how I think spawn camping isn't a normal part of the extraction shooter experience, I feel that's more about my opinion. So, for the sake of the video, we'll just go ahead and end it here, and I'll let you guys decide about what you think about it. How do you guys feel about the tests I ran? Did I screw something up? Did I overlook something? Do you guys think that the person getting camped is still at fault? Feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm actually very interested in what people got to say about this. And here's the mandatory part of every YouTube video where I say, if you thought I was entertaining or interesting in the video and you like Arc Raiders, then go ahead and subscribe. I plan on dropping an Arc Raiders video, hopefully, dear God, hopefully, please, no later than the beginning of December. So if that interests you, then subscribe and check it out. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys for coming out, watch me be a smartass, and that's about it. Have a good one.